Mengutip kata Pak Tepong, seorang binaragawan usia 82 tahun, takdir memang di tangan Tuhan, tapi umur di tangan saya. Saya pikirin lagi dari perkataan beliau, saya bilang, oh iya benar juga ya, umur memang di tangan saya. Saya yang bisa menentukan kapan umur saya mau panjang mau pendek. Pola hidup saya tidak sehat, umur saya udah pasti pendek. Pola hidup saya lebih sehat, minimal kita punya niatan untuk lebih panjang umurnya.
My name is Billy Simmonds. I'm a professional natural bodybuilder from Sydney, Australia. I now actually live between Sydney, Australia and Las Vegas in America. I was a vegetarian since a teenager. I wasn't raised as a vegetarian. It was something that I looked at and I wanted to look at ways to improve my health, and I also looked at the spiritual and ethical aspects of vegetarianism. So I decided to not eat meat anymore. And as a young man, that was fairly easy to do because I was always active. I found that the vegetarian foods made me feel very good. And at that time, I wasn't really a bodybuilder. It wasn't later in life that I decided to learn how to adapt a vegetarian diet to be a bodybuilder. So my diet plan is all plant-based. So I thrive on foods like fruits and vegetables, fresh salads. I eat protein from sources like tahun and tempeh. I have a plant-based protein powder that I take. I also eat foods like lentils and chickpeas and beans. So all those foods are very high in protein and they give me plenty of energy as well. And they're the right foods to eat, I think, for your health as well. A lot of people that thought that if I didn't eat meat, I wouldn't have energy. But once I had a go at it, I found it was really easy and I had much more energy, because if you're not eating meat but you're eating healthy vegetarian foods, then you're eating foods like fruits and vegetables, and those foods are very, very healthy. They give you energy, whereas sometimes meat can make you feel slow and lethargic and lack energy. So I'm not eating these foods that make you feel tired. I'm eating all these foods that make you feel that you've got a lot of energy and strong. So I found it very easy, and I actually think that a vegetarian diet is a competitive advantage in bodybuilding, and I've been able to prove that competitively in competition in both bodybuilding and also in powerlifting, which is another sport that I do. So powerlifting is lifting competitions, and I've done very well in that as well. When I turned about 26 years old, I decided I wanted to bodybuild, so I had to learn how to eat and train to build muscle. So I find that the best way to build muscle is to lift, big, strong, heavy weights. And you have guys like ADRIAN and Ricky SYAMSURI that they lift big weights as well. So that's the best way to lift, to build muscle. So I love to lift heavy. I love to work my legs, my back, all the different body parts properly, and also make sure I get enough rest as well. Well, I think people just have to realise that that vegetarian is not really perhaps right for everyone. It's worked for me. It's worked for other bodybuilders I know. But they need to understand if it could work for them, and that's not up to me. But I'm here to tell people that it can be done. So no one can ever say you can't be a vegetarian bodybuilder, because I'm proof you can be. They just have to decide whether it's right for them. So they can look at the different reasons that maybe mean something to them, and if it's right, then my door is open. They can contact me on Facebook or something and ask me, or they can look at my website and get some free advice, things like that. So people can find information to help them do that. Other tips, I think, are to find good role models. Bodybuilders out there that are doing the right thing, that they're successful not just in bodybuilding but other areas of life. What I find about natural bodybuilders is they're not just successful in bodybuilding, they're successful in other areas of life. And that's something important, because by being a natural bodybuilder, it means that you understand how to work hard, you understand how to sacrifice to earn, and you understand that the right work ethic to get things done. And that doesn't just help you in the gym as a bodybuilder, it helps you in every other area of your life as well. I get drug tested all the time, both for bodybuilding, because now I'm in a professional class of natural bodybuilding, which means that at any time, not just a competition time, I can get tested. And then in powerlifting as well, I choose to lift with a federation that drug tests us as well. So I make sure that whether it's off season or on season, it doesn't matter, I never take drugs, and I choose not to for a lot of reasons. I think that people that take drugs, they're looking for an easy way. And in life, there's no easy way to do anything. If you want to climb a big mountain, the only way is to go to the top. If you try and look for a shortcut, pretty soon you're just going to fall down. And that's the way I see drugs. I see them as a shortcut. maybe this guy might be bigger than you in 3 months' time from taking drugs. But if you stick at it and you train hard, he'll take his drugs and he'll have to keep taking them to get bigger. If he stops them, he'll shrink again. But as a natural bodybuilder, you keep growing steadily. I'm still growing all the time, and I see natural bodybuilding as a sport that you can do for a long time. Whereas bodybuilding using drugs, I see that these guys don't last very long. Their health starts to suffer. They have all sorts of emotional problems. All sorts of issues. And I think that it's not the right thing to do for the people that care for you to damage your health like that. I think it's illegal as well, so it's not good either. You don't want to break the law. And I think that it's not teaching yourself the right lesson about life, that if you want something, you have to work for it. If you want to lift a heavy weight, you have to earn that weight. If you want to build muscle, then you have to earn that muscle. Do it the right way, eat the right foods, train the right way, rest, and then you feel like you deserve what you've got. If you take drugs, you might look in the mirror and think like you look good, but inside you know that you didn't deserve it, you didn't earn it, and eventually it'll go. Yeah.